All right, I'm here with the second video. The last one was kept shorter, and just so I can add this as a second video. Keep it short too. I want to talk about how the concept of being a baby. You know what I mean? You know, some people are like babies. You know, they cry about anything and they get what they want, right? If a baby cries and says, "I want that," and the parents say, "Okay," and that happens all the time. As he grows older, he does the same thing. When he's 18 years old, he tells his husband, "I want that car," and he cries. They get it for him. They do everything that the baby wants, right? That's one concept. Now you gotta understand, in our world and in our society, we will say things like, "That person is such a baby. That person is a grunt. That person works so hard. That person's so responsible. That person's so funny and entertaining," or whatever. Now, if somebody said, for example, not now, but in the past, if somebody said this guy is just like a baby, people might say, "Yeah, you're right." Now, it might not be in that context, but it might be a baby, and I'll explain how. I'll explain the misunderstanding. I'll explain the misunderstanding for you. So somebody might sound like a baby, and people might be like, "But he's so mature. How is he like a baby? He doesn't cry. You know, like a baby. I want this. I want that. How is he a baby?" Now, they may be right. I may have been like a baby. I'll get into that. And I was like a baby. And I'll explain why. But you see, I may not be crying, "I want this right now," and getting it. But I'll explain to you why I was like a baby. Because I was always at level 1. You see, even if you do one single thing, it can be anything. Music, it can be art, it can be sporting, it can be business, doesn't matter. If you do one thing, just one thing, okay, sporting, whatever it is, you take one thing and you advance to like level 10 in that, you can be level 1 in everything. People will look at you and go, "Wow, he's level 10 at this. He's come far along. He's doing really good." Get what I'm saying? Now, being level 1 in everything, I am like a baby, and I approach everything and have a mindset that seems like I'm a baby because I'm not as capable as other people, because I've not grown as much as other people. Makes sense, right? I had something else in my mind. Oh, as I was saying it, I was thinking about talking about it, but it slipped in my mind. Talking about baby, talking about being at different levels, talking about growing. Oh my God, I can't remember. I had something in mind. Okay, so let's just go back to what I was saying. So I would be like a baby because I'm level 1 in all those things. Now, I got it. So now here's the thing. Now think about this. When somebody is literally a baby, right? First of all, they're at the beginner level of everything. But the thing is that they have to grow. You know what I mean? A 1-year-old's brain versus an 8-year-old's brain is a big difference. The brain is much larger. The person is larger. Their bodies are different. Their bodies are more capable. Now, if I hit 20-something years old, right? Or 20 years old, and I still looked at it, or whatever the case is. If I hit that level, that part of the body, and I've had, let's say I am the top of the level 1 class in, let's say, 100 things, right? That makes me unique, first of all, right? But the thing is that if I'm at that level in 100 different things, and I've had all these experiences in my life, and my body is that size, naturally, if I somehow began to grow all of a sudden, if I lost my shell and I began to grow, it would be really fast. Does that make sense? That should make sense. Let me repeat it in a different way. In level 1, I'm the best in my class. Like a Honda Civic being better than the Toyota and all those other, in its class being the best, right? Now, I may be the best at driving. I may be a level 1 prodigy, let's say at driving, let's say at sporting, art, media, business, whatever. But when I have 100 different things that I'm doing that in, that makes me unique and that puts me further along than other people. But I will still be less grown than somebody, let's say they only did one thing in their whole life, right? And they're at level 10, which is not a big accomplishment. But if they do that, they're more grown than me. They're further along grown than me. Also, having a presence in society, they have an advantage over me. You know, if I'm not grown, because if I'm not grown, I'm not making it to the shadow world, right? I'm level 1 in the shadow world. I'm using whatever I can to win. And I got 100 different things. That makes me stronger. But the thing is, I can't really, a shadow world is much tougher than this world. So they have a presence. They're getting more pull than me anyways. That's the deal. So I think I clarified that. I think I explained that clearly. Now let's get to the point of like the body's developed, everything is there. This person, I got 100 level 1s, right? That I'm good in. I got all this, right? All this resume, I got all this time that my mind has been processing. I told you once, and I'll say it again. I always used to think that no observation, no listening, no seeing, no experience, no nothing was too small to be insignificant. One day, all of the things that I experienced and all the stuff, every little thing would benefit me. Even if I put in 10 hours into something that seemed useless, that would benefit me in some way. Nothing was useless and nothing was a lost cause. One day, everything I did would come back to help me and I could use it, right? I guess that's simple. Now, with that being said, somebody at that level, having the presence in society now. So this person has a presence in society now, right? They have a presence in society. And this is their situation. Once they start to grow, it'll be really fast. It'll be really fast. Especially with the fact that if someone has a high ego, sometimes it's kind of mandated, like it's kind of accepted and people understand it. And if they have that kind of ego, all they got to do is grow. And if they're real enough and they're genuine enough, there's no doubt. There's no doubt in them growing into who they are. There's no doubt and there's no discrimination or misunderstanding or anything like that. They become exactly who they were all the time. There's no conning, there's no misunderstanding, there's no nothing, and it's very straightforward. Now, back to the baby thing. I'm definitely not a baby anymore.